What's up, y'all? It's your boy Spuddy Studios here today. I'm with the homie Savion, and my lovely lady Raven is going to be in the background. But we are checking out episode 2 of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Last episode was really good. I just got Savion caught up with the first episode. We watched the first episode real quick. What were your thoughts of the episode?
It was cool.
I thought, like I said, from my last reaction, I thought it was a pretty good adaptation. I thought it was pretty faithful to the source material, but also doing its own thing in a way, which I thought was really well done. And I just thought that it was probably one of the best openings for a show in a minute. But we are going to see how the rest of this series progresses. So we're going to check out
I feel like 2. People need to realize when it comes to adaptations, like it's always like if it's if it's something like Airbender where like you either get it right or you don't, or if it's something like Batman where he's constantly changing different continuities, like it's not the same.
I think the best adaptation is Captain America: Civil War, because Captain America: Civil War is an adaptation.
Yeah,
it's based on the comic book, but it doesn't completely follow the comic book at all.
It's just
I would say
it's
like
one
it
of
only
those
has a couple,
loosely adaptations.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's loosely adapted, but they were able to change it up because of the MCU storyline. Yeah. But it's one that people love though. Like nobody was mad that they didn't follow the comic book storyline in that movie. So I think it's just one of those things when it comes to an adaptation.
I just wish they had more people in it because it did it's a really dope movie, but it does feel small sometimes. Yeah.
So I do think that when it comes to adaptations, you can't expect it to follow every single thing from what it came from. But as long as it still keeps the feeling of that show and the characters still feel like the characters from the show, then I think that's what's most important. And I thought that the first episode, despite that there were changes, it wasn't bad. I thought it was pretty good. So we're going to jump into episode 2. We're going to see what Aang and the gang gets up into this episode. I honestly don't remember what happens after this episode. Oh, no. Now I remember. I'm not going to say it. We're going to figure it out. But anyway, without further ado, let's just jump right in. Oh, he is mad.
I'm sure it'll turn up. You probably just misplaced it. And keep in mind, the notebook didn't find the Avatar. You did the Avatar.
He ran! The ultimate warrior! He's a coward!
I don't know about that. Precisely because we are in a more quiet part of the world, that we have an advantage. How many places can there be for an Avatar to hide?
Yeah.
The master of what they call the Avatar state. Maybe something in her shrine will help me control my power before...
You kill someone?
Before it happens again.
Yeah. Kind of went to the extreme, my dude. Oh!
Momo.
That's how we meet Momo?
Is that... Where was he at in the show?
He was here, but he wasn't in that.
Katara, something's wrong with your bag.
Hey! That's our food!
That's Momo.
A winged lemur. The sky used to be filled with them.
My dear Katara, this scroll has been passed down among the waterbenders of our tribe for generations. It contains everything you need to know to begin your bending
That actually
education.
makes more sense, honestly.
Well, they burnt this dude to
My whole life, you were there for me.
They didn't do that in the
And
show.
I wasn't there for you. Goodbye, Gyatso.
Momo!
You want to join us, Mama?
Momo?
Yeah. He looks like a mama, doesn't he?
That's a...
Quail pole. Very good for...
Vitality?
Vitality!
I thought he was going to say fatality. I'm like, dang.
What are we doing here, Uncle?
It is a hub. Local information. Anything unusual to happen in the vicinity, it will be reported here.
Have you lost your mind? You want to ask a Fire Nation commander if they've seen the Avatar? If word gets out, everyone in the world will be looking for him.
You must use your tact, your empathy. But most importantly, you need to have sticky rice.
I'm
surprised he's the first to go.
Oh! Oh shit! That was quick!
What? What's happening?
Bro.
Hey, there
would have been signs if he was the Avatar.
You just saw him airbend flip.
Literally.
Oh.
And yet such a kind heart. Mother. Suki.
Was her
you're
mom?
too young
Was she in the show?
to
No.
know that there are many in this world who would take advantage of that kind.
Interesting.
I'm not too young. I just haven't seen the world.
Why?
Yeah, I'm the guardian of my village too, so.
You,
Yep.
the Guardian. So how are you protecting your people if you're here?
What? I'm sorry, how does it go again? I'm protecting Aang, so I'm protecting the village?
You were not this
hey,
starstruck over her in the
the
show,
point is-
bro.
We have a lot in
At least
common.
not yet, anyway.
Both warriors,
And
right?
to uphold the values of the Avatar. That is why I'm not just a warrior. I'm a Kyoshi warrior.
Right now.
Excuse me?
And maps. Nautical maps. The more detailed, the better.
And you are? Prince Zuko? What an honor. To welcome actual
Is that who I
royalty
think
to
it is?
our home.
We are in search of maps and surveillance reports. We're hoping to track schools of jumping shark squids.
Shark squids.
They're migrating this time of year.
Oh.
They're delicious, grilled with a
If you wouldn't mind giving me until the morning, I'm sure we can track down what you need.
very
Then in
kind.
the show, he tried to play him like
Zhao.
that, and he found
Yeah.
out they was looking for
Commander
him.
Zhao.
That's Commander
At your
Zhao. I
service.
knew it.
You know what I mean?
There's food in the village hall.
Y'all don't knock.
Right? You're still staring at him. Or had. And that's how they knew he was the Avatar. At least for air nomads.
They going crazy on that buffet though.
Just try that Gentron stick.
No, he's still 12.
That's his real power.
The actor himself is like 15.
Building bridges.
Hey, the air
That's
scooter.
how he's gonna be the Avatar.
Ooh.
They got that though.
Right. There goes the savior of the world.
Avoid it. We've avoided a lot of things by living the way we do.
Oh.
Be that as it may.
So his boomerang don't come back to him, right?
It does. It's just, he's just throwing it.
She says, we black, you can't be
Seriously?
doing that.
Belle, think about it. If you want.
Oh, shit.
Oh, hell no.
Absolutely
not.
Us Southern Water Tribe warriors are known more for our hand-to-hand fighting and
Okay.
Oh, you gonna die?
now.
She want the smoke. She is into
Okay.
him. Like, that's pretty badass.
Only
she
justice will
fighting?
bring peace.
I think that's that little dude she fights in that
I never
flashback
wanted to
episode.
fight. And I'm
Zhao's boat. It's gone.
Zhao, he heard something about a flying cow near Kyoshi Island, so he set sail at dawn.
Oh, no.
Flying cow.
A flying
Uh-huh.
cow.
Yeah.
He knows.
This was in the show
Still,
too?
a little bit.
Okay.
They showed her train him a little bit.
Not even low. Out here throughout
Yeah.
the show.
I'm like, okay. Sokka with the unlimited Riz. He had so much Riz even in the original show. Oh
Jesus.
shit!
About time.
She is huge.
I'm sorry. I didn't know how
Or
to
she's
reach
standing
you.
on something.
I didn't know I could reach you.
There's a lot you don't know.
Sure. To be honest, where I'm from, there's not much call for a real warrior.
Oh,
She never took it off in the
I think you're a
show.
warrior.
I believe she did. I could be wrong
Means
about
we have to be even better than
that.
benders.
Jeez.
We can't
She
reshape
looks
mountains
just
and burn
like her.
forests. So we have to fight with what we have. What matters is not the power inside.
Perfect casting. No way.
Oh,
Yeah, I was about to-
Jesus.
I was
Oh,
about to
I thought that was going to be her.
You're here too?
We have to go.
Why? What's happening?
It's the town alarm.
Let's master all the bending disciplines? To become strong?
Yes. and to help you gain control over the ultimate power. The Avatar state is a combination of all your past lives focusing their energy.
There's been no need for the Fire Nation to get involved in your affairs. I'd hate to see all that change because of an outsider.
Commander, the way I see it,
You expect a calm general.
Yeah.
Than just a, pissed off dude.
Like I said, I'm sorry. I just wasn't intimidated by his character at all.
After he lost it.
Oh! How did she throw him?
And how many have already been hurt because you haven't been here?
Damn.
Run away from your responsibilities again, and even more will be hurt. Being the Avatar means putting your duties above all else.
Okay! Oh! Wow! I like it! Oh! Oh no!
Good block.
Sokka! Okay! Holy shit!
Whoa!
Really? You did this early?
Impossible.
What?
Yeah, go home, bro.
I'm so glad we get to see more of Kyoshi. Holy shit. This is really cool. Bro, whoa! Nah, they went off.
Go back.
Yeah, it's time to go. It's time to leave now.
Thank you, Sokka,
For what?
for bringing the world to me.
Damn, ultimate Riz Sokka.
You have me, Tara, and a flying ball of fur. What more do you need?
I was about to say, where did he go?
I feel like I walked into that one.
Yeah. This is interesting.
Don't tell anyone. About the Avatar. No one else can know.
That's where you fucked up.
But of course.
Of the
I
Fire
like
Nation.
the room. The room looks great. It's the first time we're seeing
The
it.
Avatar has returned.
No, he got it. He got it.
Yeah.
He got the voice. He got the voice.
Nah, this was great. This is a really good episode. Holy crap.
Are you watching this on
Movies.
Oh, okay.
But this was, wow. That was really good. I enjoyed that.
How do you feel about Sokka's in this episode compared to the
So,
one in the show?
obviously, we did hear a couple weeks before the show premiered that the writers said that they took away some of the sexist elements that Sokka and Katara either dealt with or had a hand in dealing with. Because they were afraid that audiences would outright hate their characters if they were to have those sexist elements in the show. Which is bullshit, because none of the original fans, or even just fans of the new show, people who are new fans of the show, don't hate them at all. So I just thought that that was a dumb excuse.
Hate,
but,
what you mean?
so the reason that they didn't have Sokka be sexist like he was in the show when this episode occurred was because they felt like people were going to dislike him if they did that.
Yeah.
Which I can see why they think that. But no one outright hates Sokka even when they watch the cartoon. If anything, they appreciated that because it showed his growth as the series progressed. So I think that was a dumb excuse that they should have not used that. But I understand because, unfortunately, our day and age is pretty sensitive to these kind of things. And the fact that that type of topic can be put in a cartoon show for kids and like what? When did that show come out? Like 08? 06, 07, I think.
You can look it up.
But like it's crazy that that type of topic can be put in a show in the early 2000s in a kids show, but they can't have that type of stuff like in a live action TV show in today's day and age. Like it's just it's dumb. But I get it, but I didn't feel like that. I didn't despite that not being in the
Everybody
show.
got that one whoop, and they was
We've
like,
all
man.
been like, you know what? I just want to leave. And it's never beyond the age of 10.
But despite that not being in this episode, I didn't mind it. I thought that it was pretty good overall. I liked Sokka and Suki's like relationship.
I like they
in
have
this.
respect for each other.
Yeah, like I felt like in the cartoon they did have respect for each other, but it felt like it was, you know, Sokka kind of being an asshole to them, and then he got humbled by them, and then he was like, well, since you humbled me, I might as well learn from you, which was a good growthing moment for him. But I felt like this way felt more natural to me. Like, have things in common, and they have similar, you know, opinions, but they have similar things that they have in common. And I like that about those two characters because they are very similar in a lot of ways. But I also really liked how they had Avatar Kyoshi show up in this episode. Like, I thought that was really cool. And I think it's interesting that they said that the only way that Aang could communicate with the other avatars is when he visits their shrines. And that's how he communicates with them.
I'm sorry.
What? Honestly, that is very true. But yeah, like I think Avatar Kyoshi showing up in this episode was really cool, and it really shows you how very strict she is as a character. Like she's
Which always been.
Yeah, because like the thing was is that Avatar Kyoshi among the Avatar fandom is one of the coolest avatars. Yet we get so little of her. Yeah. Like
I like
she's not even talked about.
I liked her the most, but I wanted more in the original show.
Yeah,
and I feel like we got that.
Like we saw her like twice in the original show, and she's not even talked about in the Korra show. So because like everybody talks about Aang because he was the last Avatar, right. But I like that we got to see more of Kyoshi in this episode, and we get to know more about her as a character. Because around her time, it would make sense that she was a bit more strong-headed, but also because she's an Earthbender too, so that also makes sense. But she's a bit more strict and more okay with killing, because she's okay with that kind of thing. She doesn't mind killing people if necessary. Whereas the monks believe that all life is sacred and killing people is wrong, which is why I like, personally, in my opinion, I think that the Avatar is better as an airbender because they're more of like a pacifist, and I think that element works for the characters, especially with having all of that insane level of
Roku
power.
Being a firebender, how did they perceive stuff?
I think with Roku, he also was very similar to Aang, where he believed that all life was sacred, and he didn't kill anybody necessarily. He mostly kind of gave people warnings and gave people threats, but he didn't like hurt people physically intentionally. And it was something that he himself has said that he wished he didn't do, because if he had been more on his, like if he had been more on business, if he had been more, she's not even paying attention, but if he had been more on business, Fire Lord Sozin wouldn't have killed the Air Nomads and would have started the war.
Who was did they have a water avatar in the original show? By name?
We saw him twice. We heard mentions of him, but then we saw him officially towards like the end of the series.
Okay.
Avatar Karak. They said his name last episode. He was Okay. They said he was a more go with the flow type of avatar.
That sounds about right.
And there wasn't that much violence during his time period, so he was a more of chill avatar. But
yeah, because they out there they don't really mess with nobody.
Yeah, but like in general, there wasn't that much violence in his time period anyway. Like there was probably like a little bit of things here and there, but not that much. But it was he said his girlfriend got her face stolen by Ko, the face stealer.
In the original show?
Yeah.
I do remember that.
And he said if he had been more active, then he probably would have been able to save her and actually
that was a creepy
So I thought that was an interesting depiction of his character. But yeah, like when it comes to avatars, the only avatars we know the most about is Young Chen, who was the previous airbender before Aang.
And what tribe was he or she?
Avatar Young Chen was an airbender.
Okay.
So she was an airbender.
Oh,
then
she was an airbender?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then it was Avatar Karak, who was the waterbending dude.
Before that one?
After.
Okay.
And then it was Avatar Kyoshi, then Roku, and now Aang.
Okay.
And then after that it'll be Korra. But yeah, like I liked the depiction of those avatars.
Was Korra a waterbender, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So when we do get the next Avatar series, because we know there is going to be another one coming out, that Avatar will be an Earthbender. So
Yay!
I'll be interested to see how they change that character. But then again, I felt like how Korra acted in her show felt very similar to an Earthbender. Like I could see her acting. I would see her being more like an Earthbender. A Waterbender, I think she did fit the waterbending as well too. But I felt like Earthbenders and Waterbenders are very similar as far as
Earth and water. You said
like how their personalities act. I feel like they're very similar. So I feel like the next Avatar we'll see will probably be a little bit similar to Korra, but I think it'll be a bit more interesting because Earthbending I feel has a lot more going on that we rarely see. So
yeah, because mostly it's just the Firebender, and that's kind of it.
Yeah,
unless we're going to a different.
So I am curious what we'll see, but yeah, for this episode alone, I really like this. I thought this was really cool. I thought the spin on having Avatar Kyoshi here was cool. I liked all of the characters a lot more in this episode. I felt like Aang grew a bit more to me. I like Katara a bit more in this episode too. Her practicing her bending was pretty cool. I feel like my only issue is that she's picking up a bit too fast. Because like even in the show, she picked it up pretty quickly, but it still takes her a long time to figure it out. So and even when she gets the waterbending scroll, she still struggles to a degree. So when she faces off against her master, her waterbending master, in that final couple episodes of the season, she doesn't beat him. Like she gets her ass kicked. So I'm wondering if they're gonna have her be a better waterbender over time, and then like by the time she meets the waterbending master, she really doesn't need to learn anything. I hope not, because that kind of defeats the purpose. But I'm curious to see how they go. But what were your thoughts?
I thought it was dope. I've only seen kind of half of the first one, but I still saw most of it. But I thought it was good. I don't know, because I haven't seen the old one in a while, so I think that's kind of good. I'm not comparing. So.
But yeah, I think it is good because like most people did have to watch.
But so far the show got a lot of heart though.
Yeah.
So it still hits the emotional beats it's supposed to hit.
Yeah.
So.
I think that obviously a lot of people were concerned when we heard that the creators for the Avatar series left when they were developing the show.
But then again, they got to run their own studios.
So
it's
I think
a number of reasons on why they left.
So
it wasn't just.
I don't think that was just the sole reason. I think that they did want to leave so they can start their own studio and continue.
And they're doing another Avatar show, which is what they've been wanting for so many years.
We also know that they're going to do 2 movies as well. Yeah. The Aang and the Gang as adults is going to get their own movie. And then
how you feel about that?
I think that's great because I know there are comic books that take place after the Avatar series ends. Right. And it's one of the books is about Zuko trying to stabilize the Fire Nation. But his issue is...
Isn't he the leader at the...
Yeah, now he's the Fire Lord. Okay. So, spoilers. But the thing is that he becomes the Fire Lord, but he's trying to figure out how to stabilize everything. And because the Fire Nation took over the Earth Kingdom, there are firebenders that live there. So he's trying to figure out how to have firebenders live there, but also live in the Fire Nation.
Wasn't at the end of the show he was trying to find his mom or something?
They do cover that in one of the comic books as well.
Did you ever read that?
Yes.
Did you like it?
It was really good. It had a lot of plot twists I was not expecting.
I know you was like, man, we could have had something.
Like, I honestly wish we would have seen it in live action, but I think in the comic book it does it pretty well too. Comic Historian covers it, so you can watch them read it.
Oh yeah.
But they cover the book, so that's how I heard it from. Shout out to Comic Historian. But I just wanted to get to the next episode. So you ready?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to check out the next episode. So I hope you all enjoyed this. If you guys did, let us know in the comments down below what your favorite part of this reaction was. Curious to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Drop a like on the video for your boy. Hit the subscribe button to be part of the community. And hit bell notifications so you guys know when we show up to post next. See y'all next time. Peace.